Hey, I'm Chase Washburn, and this is the Recreational Homestead. We're in Southwest Michigan on 5 acres. We raise and ship American Bresse chickens all over the United States, which is the #1 tasting chicken in the world. And we also have a herd share where we provide the local community with raw, grass-fed A2A2 dairy from our Jersey cows. And over here, we have our sweet little calf. Hi, girl. This is our Jersey heifer calf that was born a week ago. A lot of you guys put good names down in the comments of some of the last videos. We decided we're gonna name her Poppy. If you guys are new to the channel or haven't watched the videos in a week, you should go back and watch some of the videos on when she was born and follow her story. When she was first born, she wasn't able to walk. A calf is supposed to get up and walk within the first 4 hours and drink their colostrum milk. So at 2 o'clock in the morning, I had to come out here and bring her and her mom Muffin in here so they could warm up and I could milk Muffin and then bottle feed Poppy. And she did drink, and then I ended up having to tube feed her some more colostrum. Colostrum is the first milk that a mammal should get when they're born, and it's very important for their immune system. So then our concern became, will she nurse off her mom? Because once you feed her a bottle and she becomes attached to you, it's very difficult to get her to realize that, no, I'm actually supposed to get fed from my mom. Come on, Muffin. Yeah, she's in here. So this is Muffin, and Muffin is about 2 years old, and this is her first calf. And she is a fabulous mom. You never know what you're gonna get because a lot of dairy cows never get a chance to raise their own calf. So you're never sure whether the mom is gonna be a good mom or not. But she's an awesome mom. So here on the Recreational Homestead, even though we're in the business of providing our local community raw milk, we like for the cow to raise their own calf. For us, we find the calf does way better and the mom does way better at raising them. So we do what's called calf sharing, and what that means is that we share the milk with the calf. So Poppy is a week old now, and we're starting to drink milk really good, to the point where yesterday I only got just a little bit of milk because she drank it all. So today at 8 o'clock this morning, I let Muffin out to the pasture and kept Poppy in here. And that allowed Muffin to build her milk up. So now I'm able to milk her and get a lot more milk from her. And then Poppy, after we're done, Poppy and her will go out to the pasture together, and she'll be able to have the milk for the rest of the evening and the rest of today. Right now it's about 3:30, so she was only away from her mom for a little over 8 hours. Because her mom produces more milk than what she needs. So that's our way of working with the calf. This is what's called a surge bucket milker. In my opinion, it was the best invention ever made as far as dairy goes. It provides good, clean milk. The milk only travels through this much of what's called the inflation, that's the black thing that you see, and then it ends up in the stainless steel bucket. So the milk's not traveling through a bunch of tubes or anything, which keeps the milk a lot cleaner and a lot less for you to clean. Now Muffin here is just starting to get used to being milked. She gave me a lot of trouble at first. But now she's getting pretty good at being milked. So Poppy is on the other side. I put a halter on her and attach that to the wall so she can't come and drink right now. Cows will actually naturally hold back their milk so you don't get it all for their calf, which is crazy. But she produces so much milk so quickly that I'm not concerned at all about taking all the milk right now. The calf will have plenty to drink. Even with me milking her once a day and keeping the calf off from her for 12 hours, that calf is still going to get more milk than if you were to feed it a bottle twice a day like most dairy farms do. And this milk is way better for her. And she learns a lot from her mom being out in the pasture with her. So I'm a firm believer in calf sharing. The reason most dairy farms don't do it is because A, it's a pain in the butt for them, it takes a lot more time, and B, they're concerned about diseases passing from the mom to the calf. So right now while Muffin's getting milked, she's enjoying some alfalfa pellets, which is a great treat for her. It makes her want to come in and get milked even more. A little thank you we give her. And then over here is Poppy. She does not like the halter much at all yet. Jerseys do what's called the Jersey flop. They get frustrated from having the halter on and they just flop over. But in a few days, Poppy will get used to having the halter on her and she'll do just fine with it. It's a little stressful for the cow and calf at first to be away from each other for half the day, but they learn quick that, hey, it's just for half the day and after that we get the night together. So they learn the routine and become okay with it. It's still a lot better than taking the calf completely away from the cow right at birth. You can actually pinch the inflation, and then that way you can feel if there's milk running through it or not. I still don't really trust her yet, and we need this milk for tomorrow. If she kicks this milker off, our customers won't have milk tomorrow. So I got my hand down here yet because if she kicks it off, all the milk will be wasted and I'll be in trouble. So she's actually been doing really good. The other two cows that I've been milking for a couple years now, I'll actually put the milk around them and walk out the door and go do something for a second. And I trust them 100%. They don't pick the milker off at all. They actually enjoy it. Their names are Nellie and Sadie, and they've just been dried up because they're due to have a calf in about 2 weeks. Let's see what we got. That's pretty good. So now I'm going to dump this out and bottle this. We're going to let Poppy nurse a little bit, which is going to trigger her to have another letdown because her front quarters, I can tell she's still holding back on us. And that's where a lot of the butter fat will be. But we're going to dump this to make sure that we at least got this milk, and then we'll put Poppy on for a minute, pull her off, wash the udder again, and stick the milker back on and see what we can get. So now it's really hard to slowly pour milk out of this. So I dump it into this bucket. First, and then into here. There's a little bit of a delay of the milk going through here because it's going through a filter. I found putting it on the scale, I got a readout right there. And I know that that has to be 6 pounds, 12 ounces to get the right amount I need. So now I can just watch that, and I overfilled it. The scale has a little bit of a delay too. That's a really full one. Which I like to fill them all the way up if I have the milk to afford to do that. The less air that's in the jar, the longer the milk will last. I wish I had a scale that was a little more instant. So, and then I'm just taking the lid off of the next one, put it right on this one, tighten her up, good to go. And that's what I love about this, is that the milk is not going through a bunch of tubes or pipes. Hopefully here in the future, hopefully this summer we're going to start using a bulk tank, which will be nice because we'll be milking 3 cows this summer, and you really like to mix the milk up. That way people are getting a more consistent product. Some cows produce more butter fat or less butter fat depending on where they're at in their lactation. So if we mix it up, everybody's going to get more of a consistent product every week. And also, the bulk tank will cool the milk even faster, and it'll be easier to bottle out of it. So instead of pouring into this bucket, it'll be poured through a filter right into the bulk tank, and then we will bottle it the next morning into bottles out of the bulk tank, which will be a lot quicker. The downside to that being we would have to wash the bulk tank then. But I won't have to wash this bucket. So right here to me is a huge selling point. Look at that milk filter, super clean. Now go ahead and go to one of these bigger dairy farms and ask to see their milk filter after they're done. I bet it doesn't look like that. It's almost 3.5 gallons, which is great. We need 3 gallons every day to keep everybody happy. So anything above that is definitely a bonus. We have more people on our waiting list to get on the herd share. Definitely once Nellie and Sadie have their next calves, we will have a lot more to offer and get more people in on this herd share. Once the calf latches on good, at first you can see she goes around and searching, keeps going to each teat to see which one she gets milk from. Once she stops on one of them, that means the cow will let down more of her milk for the calf, and then we tie the calf back up, wash the teats, dry the teats, and stick the milk around. Now we're going to go ahead and put these girls outside for the night. Come on, girl. Okay, let's go this way. Right there. We're going to go ahead and put these girls, we're going to go ahead and put Muffin and Poppy over here in their own paddock, just because it's still spring and so muddy out. If I put all the cows over there, it'll be a mud mess in no time.